Well, guys, I've got bad news. Day trading this morning, I was in the red. I almost had a red day, but hallelujah, thank baby Jesus, wherever he is, baby Jesus, thank you for giving me the clarity, for giving me the opportunity to make some money today. And I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you guys this trade. This trade today is going to be really interesting because I actually ended up just walking away, putting a stop loss on it, and going to the gym. I know it sounds crazy. I know you're going to be like, what was he thinking? But it ended up working out for me. And I'm going to show you guys the trade that I lost money on. I have red days. I have losers. I do. No doubt about it. And today was a great example of how I kept my loser small. I was focused and I was able to make what's even more valuable about this video is not even that I made money today. It's the actual trade that I lost money on. I think it's a good example for you guys to see. I had a bad entry on this trade. I had FOMO. I ended up chasing it. And what did I do? I ended up getting out. And then guess what? The stock did exactly like I wanted it to. The stock ended up doing exactly what I had originally planned. I talked about this in a previous video and how almost 99% of the time when I do end up losing on a stock, if I end up losing on a stock, 99% of the time the stock does exactly what I wanted it to do with the plan in general, but I just had a bad entry or I forced it. And you guys are going to see that whole battle. I'll talk about it here in a second. And you'll see also this unconventional trade that I made today by shorting a stock and then putting a stop loss on it and going to the gym and then coming home and seeing that I'm in the green. So I can't complain about it. Make sure you stay tuned because today it's going to be fun. Let's do it. Let's go. Come on. Looking here at GOV this morning, gapping down there to the 15s. Looking for an opportunity to short here. If this breaks below $15, should see a nice little sell-off. So I didn't get filled on that last little bit of the 15s that was there. So we'll have to wait, see if this pops back up a little bit. So we got MYND this morning, a little bit of news popping up there. It's only got 18,000 shares traded. You can see on the daily chart, it's resistance there at 279. We'll see what happens if this gets above that resistance and then pushes up there towards $3. Looking here at GOV. Now that's way lower than my entry there at the 15s. But seeing if we can push back up here, find an entry to go short this. This breaks below 1370, definitely going to jump in there, but I'd like to push up there towards 1430s. Or look for this $14 area to hold it down there. I'm going to jump in short there at 1386. Just looking like it's getting weak there at 1390s, not going up, not pushing back up there towards the 14s. At the $14 stop there, at 1390, holding it down right there. Getting back up there towards 14. Let's see if this is going to get held down there. $14, holding it down there. Let's see. Almost got out there. Almost got out. I'm going to give it a second. I'm going to let this play out. Over 14, we're jumping out. As long as this holds below $14, we're good to pull down there below 1370 now. Finding some resistance there at the $14, but not liking that we bounced off that 1380. I would have really liked to have seen us break right through that 1370. That would have showed that this was really weak and wanted to go lower there. But now that we're bouncing, it could go either way. Don't want to get squeezed on this. I'm going to go ahead and jump out of it there. Now that it's pushing back up, going to take a $200 loss there on GOV. We'll see if this pushes back up there towards that 1430 and gets stuck there one more time. Maybe jump back in short if this does get denied there. Looking at a couple other stocks here. Taking a look here at NIO. If this pushes up there towards that $9 again, look for a short opportunity. Pushing up there towards $9. I'm going to jump in short there. Oh, only 200 shares. Trying to get 2,000. All right, so now I'm short 2,000. 2,200 shares there. As this pushes back up there towards $9, looking to cover down there at the 860s. I'm short another 1,000 there. Just stay below at $9 here. Playing with that last stop there at the 920s. There's a pullback below $9 here. A lot of selling pressure there at $9 right now. 901, big seller there. Trying to have some patience here. Looking for this to pull down there below 890. Holding this $9 resistance, holding it down there. That's what we're playing into here. Looking for this breakthrough 890. Look at that big buyer sitting there, 890, just soaking it up right now. He's not gonna be able to hold. He can't hold it up forever. He can't hold this baby up forever. Or maybe he can. He can't. Let's see if we get this breakthrough. 890 here. It should be, I think if we break 890, we'll get a quick drop. It's going to be like 890 getting sold into there so hard. So much volume. Really trying. Look at that. Just dropped right through 890. Let's see. Let's keep this going, baby. This waterfall. Let's waterfall this all the way to 850. I'm going to add another 800 there at 897. I want to see this selling just really ramp up here and break through the 890s again and just start dropping. I want to see some elevator drops. I want to go 890, 880, 870, 860. Just bang, bang, bang. Just like that. Just take out all those stop losses. Best case scenario, this thing really starts to crash and we start getting halted on the way down, or we get a halt on the way down. That would be best case scenario here. Best case scenario for me, at least. So 890, holding it down right there. Holding it down right now, 890. This 885 support. We got about a 5-cent little channel here. This 885 support, 886, and then 890. Holding it down. We got to get through this here. I want to see this downside. Come on. Get some pressure there. There we go. Getting some pressure here. Let's see if we can get this breakthrough. 880. Get this breakdown here. Let's hit some stop losses, boys. That 880 should get this down there to 870 easy. Let's break 880 here. Instead of just drop like an elevator. It's going to drop like a rock here if this breaks 880 support. I'll move that up, actually. 876. 876. See if we can get filled 876, 2,000 shares. If this breaks below 880 here. All right, so there's that break below 880. Almost down there, 876. Almost. Come on. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. Getting filled there, 876. Let's see how low this can go. Got 3,000 shares left right now. Let's see down. We get down to the 860s next. We'll bounce back up there towards 880 there. Ooh, quick little bounce back. So we bounced off that previous support there at the 873, 874, 875, low on these candles. So we're finding some support down here. See if we can get filled 1,000 there at 880. No, not going to get filled at 881. Let's take 8. Oh, bounce back up there, 881. Trying to get filled here. See if we can get there. All right, getting partial. All right, so we're filled up there, 880. Got 2,000 shares left. What I'm gonna do here? I think what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put my stop back there at break even. Or actually, I'm gonna put my stop at right above $9 and let this one ride. I'm gonna go to the gym. Actually, this might sound crazy, but I'm gonna go to the gym. And I'm gonna let this one ride, and we'll come back and see where it's at. I'll have my mobile app as well. I can trade on my mobile app if I need to. But that's what I think we're going to do. We're going to let this one... This might be a stock. It just takes all day, you know. It just might take a while to really get down there to where we want it to. So I'm going to put my stop out there right above $9 and let this one ride. And we'll see where this ends up there towards the end of the day. Just took a while for this to really work its way down. It did have a little bit of a bounce back there. But then the rest of the day kind of just sold off all day. But I don't think we're going to get that high of a bounce on this. So I just got back from the gym here. And NIO down there, low of day so far is 852. Kind of frustrating because I would have covered at 852 probably if I would have been here. And I'm kind of looking at this area right here. Maybe I should just cover. That way I'm still up $500 on the day. We'll see. We'll see what happens here at the 890 area one more time. Give it a little bit of time here. I'm gonna take a shower. There's still an opportunity for this to go lower. I think the overall thesis is still there, but on the 5-minute chart you can see. Looking here at GOV. Look at GOV this morning. We traded it. Look at GOV down there to 1332 now. Again, just that entry. I had a bad entry. Look where my entry short was. This was a long entry. I took a short entry long, or I took a long entry or short. I should have been buying the dip here and then selling the rip, not the opposite. And that's what I basically did there. And you can see what happens. You get a bad entry, and the stock still goes exactly like you wanted it to. You know, that was my original kind of target. I wanted that $13 area. Yeah, break through that 1375, and there it is down there at 1338. Ooh, look at that. Nice little drop. Look at that. Down there to 875, just like that. I'm going to take 1,000 right there, I think. There, 886 is my stop. Just that mental stop now. We'll see if this can break through that 880 there. I'd like to see this 875 one more time. Ooh, look at that. Nice little drop. Look at that. Down there to 875, just like that. I'm going to take 1,000 right there, I think. I'm I'm gonna take 1,000 there at 874 just to lock that down. I just said that. Did I not just say that literally? Just sat there and said, oh, I wish I could get... Did I not just say that I would be happy with 875? So that worked out beautifully. Look at this. So I put my stop earlier before I left the house. I put my stop there close to this, close to that 920 area, seeing that previous resistance was there at 920. You can see 925 was the high on that 5-minute candle. And luckily for me, I put my stop up there and close to that 920 area, seeing that resistance was there, because I thought there might be a possibility this gets back up there to $9 and they push it really quickly above 9 and then they just slam it back down. And that's exactly what happened there. They pushed it above $9 and then they slammed it back down. You can see that's after that push above $9, it ended up making a new low of day there, down there to 852. So that worked out pretty nicely there. Luckily for me, I didn't put my stop right at that whole dollar. So you got to be thinking about that, looking at that previous resistance, looking at what's going on the chart, and thinking about the mental aspect as well. You know, where are the shorts going to be covering? Where are people going to be shorting? And all of that, kind of the chess game of day trading sometimes. So there's a little bit more selling through that 877. Look at the 5-minute chart here. See if we can pull down there. Test this 866 low. You can see there's kind of that support there at 872. All right, so there's that 870 again, getting down there 873. Let's see if we can break through the 870s now. Looking for that. I like to get that breakthrough. I think we get that breakthrough 870. We'll get a nice little stop loss run there. 870 support, holding it up right there. There we go, getting through 870 now. Give me a little bit more time here. The tipping point. We're at a tipping point right here. We're at a tipping point. This stock's either going to get crushed right here, or we're just going to go back up. You can see on the 5-man chart how tight we're getting here. You can see on the 5-man chart just in this channel right there, the 866. I'm going to jump out there, 868. Now that I covered, you know it's going to drop probably another 20, 30 cents. Making $1,000 there on NIO, down $210 there. There it goes, down to the downside. Oh, you baby. I got things I got to do. I'm going to close this out there. I'm going to close it out there. I'm going to finish this video up, let you guys know what went down today. GOV, look at it. Down there to 13.17. Again, what happened there? Bad entry. Bad entry. So my entry there on GOV, I was shorting into the weakness and then, you know, hoping that it wouldn't spike back up. And that was my thought process. Like, oh, it's going to drop. I'm going to short here. It's going to go lower. What was I doing there on NIO? I was basically shorting into the pop on the way back up as it bounced off support. And that's where I ended up getting my entry. And you can see that $9 resistance, you know, holding it down there. And what did I do? I was shorting into that, shorting as it was coming back up. Where on GOV, I was shorting on the way down. So you can see the difference. You can see the difference in the overall entry here. And you can see how much better that played out by shorting into that resistance, you know, as it's coming back up instead of me shorting on the way down. So let's say I was shorting here thinking as this broke below 880. So the low in that candle is 874 and I'm shorting. Let's say I'm shorting right there, 870, thinking, okay, it's going lower. Well, look at it. It ends up spiking back up there to 909. And overall, the trade on NIO worked out like I had planned in terms of getting down to that previous low of day, which if I didn't go to the gym, I would have ended up covering down there. But, you know, hindsight's always 20/20. But I'm still happy that I was able to execute after having that loser on GOV, keeping my mind straight and being able to identify the next opportunity and keeping the emotions out of it. And look at it now. There it goes. NIO down there to 864. This thing's moving so slow, though. It's not even this thing's moving so slow right now. It's like every little, look at this thing, every little penny. It's not even worth it. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to close it out there. Can't complain. I'm going to walk away. I'm going to close it out there, making over $800 today, going from red to green. I'm back, baby. Going from red to green. Almost had a red day. Almost. We got to stay. Almost had a red day. I got to stay focused. I got to keep it together. Make sure that I'm doing what I need to do to make money here in the market. And I'll talk to you guys later on. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.